2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 books that I've collected over the span of a couple months. And I'm sorry this chair is squeaky. Yeah. Book haul, book haul, book haul, book haul. You know, like mail time, mail time, mail time, mail time. Am I showing my age? So I've got a bag full of books that I've been collecting from the past couple months, and one new book I just got today, hey, and yeah, so let's get right into it because I don't want this to be a long ass video. Okay, so I want to start with the book that I just got today from Target, and it was 20% off, and on that it was 20% off, and it was on sale for like 12 bucks. I don't know, I haven't seen this before at Target, so I thought it was new, but that is The Haunted by Danielle Vega, and I know she is a young adult horror book writer. This is a very short book. This is like about a girl who moves to a new town because of drama from her other town, and then there's like this thing, like people talking about like how the town is haunted or something like that, and like things start happening, bump in the night, and like there's a boy next door who helps her figure out things or whatever. So it intrigued me, so I got it, and there's a blurb from somewhere. Come on, seriously? I saw a blurb on here, but it's like young adult version of Stephen King. This is what it's categorized as. Okay, so the next book I got is from a couple months ago, I believe, and it is also from Target. I'm trying to get the sticker off because it's in the middle of the cover. How rude. But that is Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds, and 20% off. And I believe this book's about opposite of always, like he thinks like he's finally gonna get the girl, but then he doesn't. Like he's almost there, but he never gets it. He is almost made valedictorian. He almost made varsity. He almost got the girl until when Jack and Kate meet at a party, bonding until sunrise over their mutual love of Fruit Loops and their favorite flicks. Jack's curse of almost is finally over. But this love story gets complicated because Kate dies and their story should end there. Yet Kate's death sends Jack back to the beginning. The moment they first met, Kate's there again. Beautiful, radiant, healthy, happy, charming as ever. Jack isn't sure if he's losing his mind. Still, he has a chance to prevent Kat's death. He'll take it, even if it means believing in time travel. However, Jack will learn that his actions are not without consequences, and when one choice turns deadly for someone else too close to him, he has to figure out what he's willing to do and let go to save the people he loves. So it's like, where is that book I'm talking about? So it's like Before I Fall by Olivia Oliver, and just almost he gets things. Sounds good, sounds cute. Ooh, teal. Ooh, it's teal and yellow. Can y'all see that? Wow, that's pretty. And what do you know, another Target book. And take the sticker off. But this book is After the Fire by Will Hill. What a clever name. But I believe this is like a girl who grew up in like a religious household, always following the father, like do what's right, not what's wrong, and then she just had enough and like sets a fire or something. Before she lived inside the fence, before she was never allowed to leave the property, never allowed to talk to outsiders, never allowed to speak her mind because Father John controlled everything and Father John liked rules. Disobeying Father John came with terrible consequences. But there are lies behind Father John's rules. Outside there are different truths. Then came the fire. So yeah, it sounds really interesting. Thrilling and spellbinding. Sounds good. The next book is not a Target book. It's from Half Price Books. And I know this is not a new book, but it's always caught my interest. And I finally decided to pick it up and see what it's about. And that is Wink Poppy Midnight by April Guinevere Tuchkoli. Wow, I butchered that. I'm so sorry. I know it's like about 3 friends and like they're figuring out mystery and murder, I think. Every story needs a hero, every story needs a villain, every story needs a secret. 2 girls, 1 boy, 1 summer, 1 bad thing. What really happened? Someone knows, someone is lying. So yeah, basically. And since I read or listened to One of Us is Lying audiobook, I've been on like a mystery kick. So yeah. Next book is another Target book. Wow, I must love Target. You would think, since I get a lot of books from there. I do go there a lot though, so I ain't complaining. And this is the 2nd installment in this series, and that is The Wicked King by Holly Black. And since this is the 2nd book in the series, I can't say what it's about without getting out of my spoilers. But it's a fantasy. It's like 2 human and 1 fae girl. Like, they got kidnapped and their parents were killed by a fairy king. And then they live in the fairyland. And humans have a hard time. The 2 girl humans have a hard time living there because fairies despise humans. And then it's from the ending of The Cruel Prince was such a good ending. Such a good ending. And then I hope it starts off where that book ended. So yeah, let's see what it looks like in the next day. Ooh, that's so pretty. Do you see that? It's like, ooh, the Wicked King. Yes. I love Holly Black stories besides Tooth. We ain't gonna get into that now. Positive thinking. Okay, so in the next book, I have... Oh, this is from Goodwill. I don't really know what it's about, I forget. But this is Red Hill by Jamie McGuire. I've never owned a Jamie McGuire book, but I think I've heard of her a lot. For Scarlett, raising her 2 daughters alone means fighting for tomorrow in an everyday battle. Nathan has a wife, but can't remember what it's like to be in love. Only his young daughter Zoe makes coming home worthwhile. Miranda's biggest concern is whether her new VW bug is big enough to carry her sister and their boyfriends on a weekend escape from college finals. When reports of a wideswept deadly outbreak begins to surface, these ordinary people face extraordinary circumstances and suddenly their fates are intertwined. Recognizing they can't outrun the danger, Scarlett, Nathan, and Miranda desperately seek shelter at the same secluded ranch, Red Hill. Emotions run high, while old and new relationships are tested in the face of a terrifying enemy. An enemy who no longer remembers what it's like to be human. Yeah. So, like a brilliant, realized apocalyptic world. Well, caught my interest once again. I forgot about this book. Stay hydrated. So how many books is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we still got like 4 books to go. So let's get to it. I think it's from Half Price Books. But Books and Lala actually caught my interest on this, and that is The Past and Other Things That Should Stay Buried by Sean David Hutchinson. And just look at the colors of this book. So pretty. I think the main character's family works at, oh my god, what was it called? Dino doesn't mind spending time with the dead. His parents own a funeral home, and death is literally the family business. He's just not used to them talking back, until Dino's ex-best friend, July, dies suddenly and then comes back to life. Except, not exactly. Somehow July is not quite alive and not quite dead. As Dino, and July attempt to figure out what's happening, they must also confront why and how their relationship ended so badly and what they have left to understand about themselves, each other, and all those grand mysteries of life. 7. Okay. Next book is from Half Price Books. I don't really get my books from Barnes & Noble anymore because they are expensive and overpriced as heck. I mostly get my books from Target, Goodwill, and Half Price Books, basically. But this next book is a book that I'm so happy I got because I just finished the first series. I don't really know which series came before, but I just finished the other series that I really love. So I've been told I should start this series because it's as good as the series I just finished, and that is Bloodlines by Richelle Mead. And yeah, I know it follows Sydney from the Vampire Academy series, where she came in like halfway to the end of the series because she's an alchemist. Cindy's blood is special. That's because she's an alchemist, one of a group of humans who dabble in magic and serve to bridge the worlds of humans and vampires. They protect vampire secrets and human lives, but the last encounter Sydney had with vampires got her in deep trouble with other alchemists, and now with her elegance, oh my gosh, in question, her future is on the line, basically. When Sydney is torn from her bed in the middle of the night, at first she thinks she's still being punished for her complicated alliance with the Dathomir Rose Hathaway. But what unfolds is far worse. Jill Dragomir, the sister of Moroi, whoops, spoilers, the Moroi queen, Lisa Dragomir, is in mortal danger, and the Moroi must send her into hiding. To avoid a civil war, Sydney is called upon to act as Jill's guardian and protector, posing as her roommate in the unlikeliest of places, a human boarding school in Palm Springs, California. The last thing Sydney wants is to be accused of sympathizing with vampires, and now she has to live with one. So it kind of reminds me of Rose and Lisa's predicament, but they're not like forced friends. Yeah. 8. We have 2 more books to get to, and then we are done. Okay, so this book is from Half Price Books, but this book I've been hunting for. Remember that. Beautiful Bastard by Christina Lauren, and it's like, I believe it's an adult romance book. Whip smart, hardworking, and on her way to an MBA, Chloe Mills has only one problem: her boss, Bennett Ryan. He's exacting, blunt, inconsiderate, and completely irresistible. A beautiful bastard. Bennett has returned to Chicago from France to take a vital role in his family's massive media business. He never expected that the assistant who'd been helping him from abroad was the gorgeous, innocently provocative, completely infuriating creature he now has to see every day. Despite the rumors, he's never been one for a workplace hookup. Like Chloe's so tempting, he's willing to bend the rules, or outright smash them, if it means he can have her all over the office. As their appetites for each other increase to a breaking point, Bennett and Chloe must decide exactly what they're willing to lose in order to win. It kind of reminds me, or it kind of sounds like E.L. James's new book, The Mister. Because I think it's kind of like the same vibe as this, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he's from like a big like business in his family, and she's like the assistant, I think. He's not too keen on her, but then they have like a relationship. I think that's what that's about. So it kind of sounds similar to this, but this is not erotica. So I guess if you don't want to read that because you don't like erotica, this might be similar because it sounds the same to me. And the last book we have for this book haul is a book that I contradicted myself on. right now because this is a book that I got at Barnes & Noble. Yeah. I just said I don't go to Barnes & Noble, but this is the book I got from Barnes & Noble. And that is Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. I've seen this book around on Bookstagram from Sasha and Haley. Yeah. Why did that take me so long to figure out? Sent on a mission to retrieve an ancient hidden map, the key to a legendary treasure trove, 17-year-old pirate captain Alosa deliberately allows herself to be captured by her enemies, giving her the perfect opportunity to search their ship. More than a match for the ruthless pirate crew, Alosa has only one thing standing between her and the map: her captor, the unexpectedly clever and unfairly attractive first mate, Raiden? I hate it when I do that to myself. Can't figure out the names. But not to worry, for Alosa has a few tricks up her sleeve, and no lone pirate can stop the daughter of the Pirate King. Yes. I am excited about this. Just one more book I forgot. Ouch. But along with Daughter of the Pirate King, I also got this book along with it. And that is Again But Better by Christine Riccio. And I got this Barnes & Noble. And I also have another Again But Better by Christine Riccio. Yeah, I have two. If you didn't see the Again But Better book tour vlog, then y'all should go watch that, and I'll put a link in the description box down below, where I meet Christine Riccio, none other than the beauty. And no, I hate the sticker. Look what it did. Look at it. Look at it. Can you see it? I don't know. It sucks. It's not one of those easy peel ones. And for a bookstore, you think they would have those easy peel ones. But if you don't know what this book is about, where have you been? It's a contemporary romance book about her doing college all over again, but broad, like again but better, to right her wrongs, or just like not do what she did, which wasn't really wrong, but it's like to get more out there in life. So the camera rudely cut out, and I think we're not. Okay, is that better? I think so. And the last book. It's not a book that I would typically read. It's a book my dad gave me when I saw him last. The author of this book is a friend of his that he graduated high school with, and they have their high school reunion, and I guess this is one of her newest books that she published, and I think she was getting them out, and it's a signed edition of it, but it's not really my style of reading at all, but I was like, oh, that's nice, so I took it. Maybe I'll get to reading it one day, but I looked her up on Goodreads, and she does have some romance books that I am interested in, and my dad's like, let me know if you want any other books by her, I'll ask her for it and get it signed. I'm like, oh, okay. And that is The Flying Circus by Susan Crenold. Yes, and it has like a little bookmark of her other books, and it is signed. If I can get to it. Wait, no, where'd you go? I know you're signed. Where'd you go? Okay. It's signed right there. But this book is about, they were barnstormers, the daring flyers whose airborne acrobatics were thrilling, spectacular, swooping, and crisscrossing the heartland skies, rising above each of their circumstances in their own flying circus. Our Cora Rose Haviland, a privileged young woman left penniless when her father's fortune is lost. Charles Gilchrist, a World War I pilot whose traumatic past fuels his death-defying stunts. And 18-year-old Henry Schuler, the son of a German immigrant farmer on the run run from shocking accusations, each holding secrets that could destroy their makeshift family. And on their adrenaline-charged journey of self-discovery, one of them must pay the price. Actually, this sounds pretty interesting. As long as there's a little bit of romance, I can get with it. But yeah, I thought that was really sweet of my dad. He thought of me because he knows I'm obsessed with books, and yeah, I think that's really sweet. Thanks, Dad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 books that I've collected over the span of a couple months. And I'm sorry this chair is squeaky. Yeah. These are all the books that I got in the span of a couple months. They're really heavy, so I'm gonna put it down. So that is it for this video of this collective book haul. Let me know in the comments down below if y'all have read any of these books, if you love them, whatnot. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more videos by me, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.